You are listening to an all-new episode of the Model Experience podcast, live from the Model House.
The Model Experience is the #1 resource for models. Real models, real stories, real resources.
Visit themodelexperience.net to learn more, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at The Model Experience. All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to the Model Experience podcast. I'm here with my lovely co-hosts. To my left, Miss Rio Summers. You may recognize her from America's Next Top Model. She's also our model coach in-house. And then to my right, shout out to my super producer, Miss Lamaya Good.
You know how to treat me, girl. And of course, that was our Bam Bam very own Ashley.
Yes.
So today we are really excited because we have this wonderful actress, singer, dancer, fashionista, own clothing line. She's worked with the likes of anybody you could think of. Tried maybe like Nicki Minaj, Pitbull, just a few, people.
No big deal.
Lightweight.
No big deal.
Candice, hello.
Hi, guys.
Welcome, baby girl.
Thank you so much for having me, and I love that this is a board full of women. So I'm here for it.
We love that. We love that.
We do.
Queen supporting queens.
Absolutely.
Period.
Exactly. So let's get right into this.
So how did you get started, Candice?
Ooh, that's a hefty question.
Okay.
How did we get started? Honestly, it's just started with dancing and modeling in the living room for my parents. Like, my family would come over and I would like charge everybody 25 cents to...
No.
Oh, it was a show. We were charging. It was a hustle from the jump. Y'all ain't coming into this house without this performance, and I need that cash.
Yes.
So it started there, but professionally, probably when I was 16 years old, started through dance and gymnastics. So I know that sounds a little...
And do a name dropper. We love name droppers. Just a few of the people that you dance for.
I've danced for a lot of people. I went on tour with Nicki Minaj for a long time, for two tours.
Wow.
And Pharrell was the first person to ever bring me around the world with NERD.
Wow.
I went around the world a couple times with him, and I danced for Chris Brown. Pitbull is like...
Are you with like an agency as a dancer?
Yes, I'm with MSA. I've
Okay.
been with them since I moved out to California, but I did start in Latin television in Miami. So I started this whole entire thing in Miami, got booked with Pharrell in Miami, believe it or not. Then I got enough cash, saved enough money to be able to come out to LA and really pursue my dreams with music and dance. So yeah, it's been a long process. My first paid gig was with Diddy, MTV Music Awards.
Hey now.
In Miami. Yeah, my mom had to sign the waiver. I was 17 years old.
How was that, being so young in this industry too? How was that experience for you?
Yeah, it's all I really know. So it's one of those things where you just kind of just stick with it because that's everything you know. But when they tell you, be careful when you get out to LA, or
Right.
be careful for this, that, and the third. You're like, okay, I get it, yeah, whatever. But you don't really realize it until you like really get out here and like men and how the whole men situation in the
Right,
entertainment industry. That's what they were talking about. Men, drugs, this, that, and the third, things that are like come into light, and you're like, oh my god.
Right, because it's not what you're thinking when they're saying be careful.
Not at
You
all.
don't even
I'm
know
thinking
what
they're
the
talking about when
details
you
are.
walk outside, be careful, look left, look right before you cross the street. Like, I didn't know what they really meant when they said be careful. Or even being like, staying who you are as a human being. Like, everything you learned at home should probably bring into the world that you're about to step into, you know?
Yeah,
Home
don't think
training.
you're too big for your britches. You know, there's so many simple mistakes you can fall into. if you don't
Absolutely.
realize
Like,
it.
I'm not that person. I'm trying to be better, but I'm not going to go this route to be this person that I want. You know, there's always choices.
Yeah. So you're on your road.
Especially when you're young and doing this whole thing.
With you, I noticed that you've been able to brand yourself in each and every market that you take over. So that's really important to our followers and our listeners. Like, how do you brand yourself? What is the key to branding? I mean, you have a huge, obviously, IG following. How did that even come about? Is there like a formula to it? Is it structure? How would you go about branding yourself if you're somebody new in the industry?
I think that you need to tap into who you are already. Like I said, I was dancing in my living room. I liked makeup when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Things I've been getting my nails done since I was a child. I had to make my own money so that I could get my nails done. So I made sure I would do as much as I could to do specific things. So don't be somebody else, first of all. So I'm not trying to be
Number one, don't try to be somebody else.
Like, be who you are. If you don't like makeup, if you don't like lashes, don't have a lash line. Like, it is what it is, you know? So kind of feel, and that's kind of hard for some people too. Like, I have been blessed to kind of know what I like.
Right.
I have friends that don't know what they like.
Right, it's kind of all over the place.
And that's okay too, but it's okay to try to finesse it, to try to figure out kind of like what you're into, you know what I mean? And just kind of sticking to that. And as far as branding, that's a conversation we have with ourselves every single day. It never ends.
True.
The branding, like, I'm still, like, right now, yesterday I shot my first makeup tutorial. I'm an artist, I'm a recording artist. What business do I have doing makeup tutorials, right? But it's all part of the entertainment circle that I'm in. So I'm stepping into a new realm. I'm gonna start from ground zero, you know?
Right.
And that's a leap that I gotta take.
Right.
And it's never easy, but it's also like, I mean, I've been doing my own makeup since forever, you know?
So
Why
it's a
not do
natural
it?
progression.
Why not? Why not build a market or build something off of things that I've already been doing for years? I think it's also tapping into that, doing things that you've already been tapping into without realizing that you could be capitalizing off of it.
Because I feel like not everybody's able to make that transition though, to capitalize off of what they're good at. I don't understand how some people are able, like, okay, go from when, and I use IG because it opens up so many avenues, so many outlets. This is like people make branding, they get picked up for different products, they're able to do promotional stuff. You make money, you can make money there. So I don't understand the math behind how do you go from one day you're at 10,000 followers and the next day you're at 1 million. And I'm sure it's not a next day thing, but like, what is the process to building that type of following? Because once you have that following, I know people buy things, people believe in what you're doing, and so that therefore that translates into sales.
That's like the best question in the world. So what it is simple. There's so many brands out there that need eyeballs. They used to pay for television, they used to pay for commercials. Now, the influencers, that people that have the eyeballs, that's who the companies are going to pay. So that's how you get paid from social media, other than YouTube where you get paid per view off of your own thing.
Right.
So pretty much the more eyeballs you have on you, the better. Now, I went from 10,000 to 120,000. I'll never forget, because
What?
and the way I did that was
the time?
it was six months. 6 months, and then from from 120 to 700,000
What?
was a good year, and then from 700 to 1 million took me 2 years. So like
That's
the time
insane.
gaps are insane, but I wasn't sleeping. I was waking up. I was shooting. I knew the importance. I looked over. I want to just shout out my friend Leanne V for like showing me.
And she's of the Model Experience family.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Perfect. Because, like, honestly, if it wasn't for her, I remember showing up to be a choreographer on her set, and I'm just like, how are you able to afford me to choreograph your video right now?
Right.
How? She's like, I'll teach you. I'll show you. Like, and I literally sat with her. We would shoot skits. We would edit them. She showed me how to edit on iMovie. I would edit there. We would post at a certain time back in the day when the algorithm was different.
Yeah.
We would post at 3 in the morning, let the video run from top to bottom throughout the rest of the day, and that's how we would game. And then, boom. So things started building from there. But I think it's like I was in rehearsal. I was in dance rehearsal, and let's put it like this. I'm making more money now as a social media influencer, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Because it can be anything.
Right.
But I was on tour with the biggest artists in the world, and I wasn't as happy as I am now. I didn't build my own empire.
Right.
Then I was dancing for the biggest artist, but that's not.
But it's not your
it wasn't
empire. It's not Candice's.
right. I was helping her build her dream.
Right.
Which is
Yeah,
fine.
exactly.
I was 16, 15. Like, of course, I'm gonna do that. But that was never the end goal for me. Never. Never.
So let's talk about that. What was your end goal when you decided to get into the entertainment industry?
I wanted to be. It was award shows. I used to watch award shows, and I used to just be like, I want to do that. Like, I want to be the one doing that. So I've been in a girl group for 8 years. While I was signed,
Which was crazy.
Right. So while I was signed, I was touring with Nicki. Like, it was like that, you know.
Crazy.
So I was doing both at the same time, just double hustling. I was like not gonna turn down any type of like exposure or anything like that, you know. So I did anything, and then it's a lot. It's never just one lane. It's never just do this one thing. It's always been, you gotta just do it all. And to go back into how it started from 10,000 to whatever, it was literally a dance rehearsal. I decided to post that. That's when Instagram just come out with the video portion, because remember it only started with photos.
Yeah.
Then went to the videos. And when we went to the videos, what was it, 10,000 followers, and it had like 120,000. I don't think we had views at the time. I think it was likes or something. It was
What? That's insane.
And I was like,
You're like, people like watching me do rehearsal?
wait a minute. And I swear it was just like a warm up. And I was like, why is dance cool all of a sudden? I thought we were just the background.
And that's
And then the whole dance world is massive now, thank God.
Right.
You know, the world blew up because it was only, dancers just used to be a prop. Now it's like,
So it was just finding something that was authentic, that you do normally.
no,
and kind of
normally,
like,
if you model and you wanna, and you runway, like do that in your room, in your living room, and get the right lighting and figure it out and give them your best strut because
give your best friend.
Give
That's a pleasure.
give them your best shot because eventually it's going to turn into something. You're going to continue to be creative, and you get to, that's why I like social media so much, is because you get to create your own channel, literally.
Because I was asking about this. How do you go if you're not in the social media space, or if you're new to it and you're trying to build a career? How do you go from 10,000 people to 100,000 to 7 to 1 million? It's like, how do you build that? How do
And
you
collaborating
continue-
too.
And collaborating.
Collaborating with people, like-minded individuals. So I'm happy, like I said before, with Leanne, perfect example. Her page is squeaky clean. I'm a little bit more on the edgy side.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned a lot from that because squeaky clean, that's what McDonald's wants.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what,
Right.
you know, that's what these huge brands, they don't want somebody cussing, blah, blah, blah. But then again, I have B. Simone also in my corner as my best friend, and she's saying all kinds of bad words, and she's paying too.
Yeah.
So she has different brands coming at her. So you can find your lane within,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta just figure out who you wanna be. I wanna be real. I don't want to be too squeaky clean to where I feel like I'm not being authentic to myself when the camera's off, blah, blah, blah. No. But at the same time, I'm not going to shy away from getting these big boy deals like, I don't know, Yves Saint Laurent one day. You know what I mean?
You take it as a real business.
I take it as a business. My
Social
social media
thing
is
a business.
not, you're not going to see pictures of my family on there.
Wow. Is
And
that
that's not
hard for
my, we had to have a talk. We had to have a talk. Like, they know now, I told them, I'm gonna dive into this thing as a job. This is gonna be part of my work, and I'm speaking it into existence. This is me having no idea what I was doing. I just knew that I wanted to commit to something, and I didn't want to keep waiting for dance auditions. I did not want to keep waiting for auditions for somebody to tell me yes or no. I just wanted to create content. And dove in and told them, look, I love y'all. We gonna have to figure this out. This is my work page. I'll use Facebook for family stuff. So
Okay,
now they're on
okay.
Facebook.
What's the happy medium?
It's a happy medium.
Okay.
No, of course. And on my stories, of course, I post everything. You know, my dog. I'm obsessed with my dog. Oh, so weird. I'm trying to get him a brand deal too.
Yeah, girl. Get it
Okay.
Hello, Petco.
Hello, Petco. Come at me, Ghost. His name is at Rome with Ghost on Instagram.
Oh
he
my
has
God.
about 5,000 followers.
Already. Okay.
Yeah, and he is a star.
So you're gonna build him up 5,000. He gonna.
Yeah, he almost already got a brand deal for a food company.
That's crazy how this thing.
But
is like,
they lowballed me, so I said no. My son deserves more than that. We're not gonna go with that.
So how important is that? So not every opportunity is the right opportunity.
Yeah, and you gotta be okay with saying no. Like, if it don't fit the brand,
Yeah.
if you wanna, if for models especially, when I was doing more modeling stuff and dancing from people's videos and stuff like that, like I'd be the first one to be like, so what are we wearing? What's the song about? And what's the setting?
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna be in fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
No, not doing that. If you want me to wear a thong or an underwear where I don't feel, where it's not shot tastefully, they either get really annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, who does she think she is? Like, but at the same time, I'm not gonna ruin my brand for your fuck that hoe video.
Right. And I think a lot of times people get confused with just taking any opportunity.
For the cash or whatever, and which is understandable because we've all done things because we needed it. So
Yeah.
I get it. I'm sure I've done a couple things that I never wanted to do as far as being in videos that I'm like, please don't ever come out.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything crazy,
Yeah,
but still, it was like,
Not within your brand. It's
yeah,
not what you would
because
want.
if you look at it now.
Please don't ever come out.
And actually, I don't think they
Few
ever
of those
have.
moments.
It was for, I don't know.
So what's the lesson from that?
Just don't do it. You don't need to look at that back. No, you know, you do. And just honestly, just slide out. Like, don't be in the scheme. Cut yourself out. Be there, get paid for the day.
Okay.
Get out, move on out. You know, don't ask for you. You're in the bathroom. That's a real. I've done that before. Guilty. I'm just gonna be real with y'all.
I mean, we've all had those moments. I know what you're talking about. I know
What's the difference working on like a music video set versus like a movie set?
Ooh, a video set. Well, first of all, they're both super fun. I love being around new people and people that are really good at what they do.
Yeah.
Music videos seem to be a little bit more on the.
What's the word?
What's the word? Ratchet side. And movies are like quiet on set.
But do you prepare yourself the same way, whether you're going to a video or a movie set?
No, I think music videos now I'm in a place where music videos are just fun, and like when the camera comes on, I'm gonna be that girl that you need. Don't be like, I'll be there. Action bet, and then you're gonna get the shot.
You're not gonna be in the restroom.
I'm so like spot on with these music videos at this point, because music and like that's why I even do anything is for music. I swear I live for music videos. I sit there with edit. Then we were editing one on the way here. You know, I love music videos. We were there yesterday, and then movies. I'm like, don't talk to me. I can't speak to you. I'm in my role. When I did Honey, I was like, they were like, you good, sis? I'm like, yeah,
I'm just in pocket.
I'm Ava right now. My role is Ava. Don't talk to me right now. Okay, she's a bitch. And I'm a bitch right now.
Were you speaking in that movie?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I had to be Tiana Taylor's like bad side. I was her competition. So I'm like, oh, you want to come to the club? I whooped that ass, bitch.
I love it.
So I was the bad guy, and it was weird for me to tap into like, cause me and her, first of all, just in rehearsals, it was just fun. She's cool.
Right.
So cool, so talented. I love her.
She's so talented.
So like just being there, I was just so happy.
Yeah.
And so it was funny for me to channel it, you know, and being a mean girl and all these movies you've seen growing up, especially these dance movies like Bring It On. And
yeah.
Like, ooh, I want to do that, you know. So when I tell you I was on set 30 minutes early in my trailer, I prepare for movies a little bit different.
Yeah.
Music videos is just like, you know, we're gonna get shot, so it is what it is. But for me personally, I guess because movies is a little bit more new for me.
Yeah.
I want to expand, and I just like really want to learn and be there. And I'm like sitting there watching all the actors. Like, so how are you gonna prepare? I wasn't saying a word. I was just observing, learning, soaking it all in.
So that made you like kind of tap into acting. Did you have to take any classes for that?
Yeah, I had already been taking classes prior.
Got it.
And private lessons and all that stuff, but I didn't really. And then when I got the role, of course, I hired a private. My little
like, this is
line.
serious.
I was like, I'm not gonna play games. I'm gonna fly all the way to Atlanta. I'm gonna stay in Atlanta for a month. Like, this is a real movie, and not to mention it's a dance movie. It's a movie of my dreams. Like, if I could think of a cool role to start off in, like, I mean, I did other movies before, but it was just like a little bit here and there. But like to have a real role and to play that specific, you know, mean girl, like that's like
the dream role.
A dream role. Let's like Bring It On.
Right.
You know?
No.
You watch those back in the day.
She has so much determination, and you're so like everybody. We always tie them together. You're so professional. You put in the overtime work. You don't do anything that's outside of your brand, which is a common thread between a lot of the people.
It's hard to say no.
Mm-hmm.
People need to learn that. That's tough. That's a tough one.
So what are some on-camera tips, like
on-camera
beauty-wise? Yeah, for models. Like what's some on-camera tips?
On-camera tips. You're asking the showgirl. I'm not showing up anywhere without a lash. You're not gonna catch me. This is a double lash, so I already have the lash, so that when I take the lash off, we're still here and clear. Okay?
All right.
Wow, a double lash.
I'm a double lash. I don't know what it is. Maybe my eyes are just big. I just love lashes.
It looks bomb.
Thank you. And always show up prepared. Like, just show up with a clean face, whether that be whatever. I mean, look, I'm not here to like be like, wear makeup. No, that's not it. Whatever, like, to me, your face is perfect. Don't put a thing on it. Put on some lotion and some lip gloss. You know, you guys have like the clearest skin ever, but you know, and I just feel like a good on-camera tip is keep a cute little lip gloss, pop in a nice little lash and a clean face, and you can go from there. If you want to build on some eyeshadow, you're gonna look like you have a lot more makeup on than if you don't have eyeshadow on. I don't have eyeshadow I have a lash, so that's why I probably look a little bit more natural.
Just glam, but just natural. Just a natural. I just got here. I rolled up out of bed.
You know?
Yes.
So you have a clothing line.
I do have a dance-based clothing line called Count Me In. 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody's like,
Oh,
what is
I was gonna ask you what so VI.
Okay.
I said, girl, okay, I got the V.
The VI.
The
VII.
Yeah, so
It's confusing. It's Roman numerals for 5, 6, 7, 8,
and that's it. Everybody know dance. 5, 6, 7, 8.
1,
Like,
2.
What's gonna bring us in? What's gonna bring us all together? When the teacher says five, what's the most common thing that we dancers say? And it literally is 5, 6, 7, 8. As simple as that.
Yeah.
And hit it. So then it's called count me in because it's like, come on, coach, count me in. Like I'm ready.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah.
I love it.
So that's what inspired it.
So that was it. Like I wanted a term that for real dancers really talk about, but also I wanted something that we could wear. Like literally going on tour and doing all that stuff, I would go from rehearsal to the airport to the stage, on stage rehearsal. So I wanted something that I could wear to each and not feel crazy wearing like just regular leggings that were super thin and see-through, and then when you're on stage, the lights hit, they can see your whole butt. Like so airport attire where I love a good jacket and a good hoodie that I can feel comfortable in because I need something to sleep on at the airport. Like so I wanted a kind of universal type of thing. So that's where the whole thing was started from. I'm actually wearing the shirt right now.
And it's cute.
Cute.
It is
It's
really cute.
EP, which is the songs that I'm about to put out. My whole entire EP is coming out.
Ooh,
Which I'm extremely excited about. I've been working on this whole thing for a very long time.
Nice.
So we're about to launch top of the year. My birthday's New Year's Eve, so we're about to launch.
Do you hire
New Year's
models
Eve.
for your shoots?
Of course I do.
And where do you get your models from?
Well,
What do you look for when you're working
Yeah.
with models?
I look for, honestly, a lot of it is like energy. If I could find some type of fun vibe and a different kind of a look, I don't really like to go with the typical. Sometimes I go for kids, random, right?
Yeah.
It's just like a simple thing. Or somebody that looks completely different from me, super tall, super skinny, that kind of thing. And if I could read, I usually look on Instagram, to be honest. Like I usually find people on social media and kind of like what their vibe is. If they're giving like more of like a serious, not so nice vibe, I'd rather it be fun and cool and quirky and very individualized. Like I want everybody to kind of have their own Fenty vibe. You know how Fenty is just it's like different, you're different and you're cool because of that. I really like to like tap into the difference because I've been in a girl group for years where I had to be a specific person and I couldn't step out of that lane. So the minute I became a solo artist, it's like a breath of fresh air. Like, oh my gosh, I am my own person and I'm gonna embrace this. We are different and that's okay. And you can be powerful, you can be powerful, you can be powerful. We can all be different. So that's what I look for.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I see it now. 5, 6, 7, 8 on the runway at the Model Experience Fashion Show. Yeah.
Please. It's more athleisure stuff. So
That's
hopefully
dope.
No, we do a variety. It's
Okay.
not. We have had swimsuits, lingerie,
Athletic wear.
couture. We've had the whole
Yoga
spectrum.
wear.
Can the models twerk at the end of the runway?
No.
What if the designer?
I'm going too fast. I ain't the model
They're
first.
not allowed.
That's my department,
So
ma'am.
do you get mad at them if they do that? What if
Yeah.
that's a request for me? Like you walk down the aisle and then I want everybody to at least hit like a ooh, whoa, and then hit it back.
5, 6.
Most of them,
Can they hit the wall?
You know, some
Maybe
days.
we have to discuss that.
Okay, I get it.
I love it.
I get it.
No.
We don't have to make it happen.
That's
The
We
whoa.
can negotiate.
Only one moment at the very end.
Okay, we can figure this out.
We definitely established that we should not be doing none of that. Like it doesn't look right.
It'll happen.
No.
We'll figure it out.
But that would be exciting. So you guys heard it first right here. He's gonna have.
So tell everyone where we can find you on Instagram and where can we buy your clothes and listen to your single.
Everything is on my Instagram. It's at Candice, Candice, and my stuff is all over Spotify and iTunes. Just look up Candice. Bands Up did really, really well last year.
Yeah, I saw that party was crazy.
Yeah, I threw a huge New Year's party.
A little bit.
It was crazy. That was the launch.
Hello,
for
New Year's
for
party.
Yeah, I mean my birthday. I wanted to launch a song,
was
and that's
so
why
exciting.
the EP's coming out like on New Year's again.
Are you doing another party?
I'm actually gonna be in Dubai. I'm gonna be.
Ooh.
Nice.
Are you performing?
I want
Okay.
to the launch when it happens. I kind of just want to be out of the country. because last year was such a huge deal. When the EP drops, it just needs to run its own track.
Okay.
And it's gonna do what it's gonna do, and I'm gonna let and I'm gonna still be on my phone. I'm gonna still be like present, but I definitely just want to be away.
Well, when you get back, we have to celebrate our birthdays because I'm December 28th.
Are you serious? That's a tough time, right?
Do you like your birthday?
It's just expensive.
Yeah.
I threw a $40,000 party that could have easily been $15,000, but because it was on New Year's Eve, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I wanted to get a suite in Vegas instead of doing it in LA." The rate was $2,000 a night for the suite, but on New Year's night it was $8,000. I'm like, it's the same suite. I don't understand. Our birthdays are just expensive. It's an expensive time.
Ours ain't going. It's gonna be family fun. It's gonna be. So don't come in there trying to get bougie with us.
Yeah, it's tough. I kind of low key. The older I'm getting, it was cool when I was younger. It's like, woo, 3, 2, 1, everybody's celebrating. Yeah.
Right.
Now that I'm older, I have to pay for things.
I'm like, we're gonna move it to January 7th.
Yeah, we're gonna just move it so when everybody's back from holidays and they don't really care anymore.
Right.
But even then, it's like they already spent all the money on Christmas.
We're broke.
We're broke. Oops. We could bring you some tea to your party.
Them showing up is the gift.
Yeah.
I had to learn that. As you get an adult, people showing up, that is the gift.
That is the gift. Their time. Their
She
time
bags.
and their energy. Okay. Yeah. So I've whoever has a birthday in the summertime, you're late. Okay. You're absolutely late.
Okay. Yeah. You guys have any more questions? I know the branding stuff, which we really touched on, which was amazing.
You're like a jack of all trades. How do you balance that?
Right.
I'm trying.
So there's no method to the madness.
There's no method. You wake up and you create your own schedule.
Yeah.
I try to put a 30-minute moment for my dog when I wake up in the morning. I try to balance the dog. I have a whole boyfriend that I live with.
A whole boyfriend. Is he gonna have hours too?
Is he gonna have hours too?
You're like, I gotta put in my half hour.
Put him in the schedule.
Yeah, you gotta put him on the half hour.
We get a little midday, hello, hi, how are you? No, I'm battling with feeding him. He's like a growing boy. So now I gotta feed you, but I still gotta manage to walk the dog and have 6 businesses. Like it's actually very tough for me. Time management is something I'm genuinely learning right now as we speak, especially the older we get. And so I was walking in here, I'm on the phone with the clothing line, and we get here, we gotta talk about this, and then we leave here, and now I gotta go back over there to some rehearsal of some sort and be creative and learn all the kids' dance moves that they're doing on the
Can you teach us? Cause
Jesus, it never ends. Right.
I don't even know. I'm trying to keep up with it.
It never ends. I'm telling you. The time management is tough, so I honestly don't have that answer because I don't want to steer anyone in the wrong direction.
Okay, good. You know what? Sometimes
you gotta
say, I'm learning.
I'm working on it.
I am working on it.
But it's a matter of just staying busy and being able to, just be happy while you're doing it.
The last question, what advice would you give to a young person breaking into the industry? What is the most important thing that you could tell them?
I'm sure this is the most typical answer, but there's only one you. So just do you better than anybody else because they can't do it like you do. So literally just be yourself. And there's going to be, especially now we're in a social media age where everything moves so fast, everything moves so quick.
Right.
People, they watch a video for 2 seconds and they scroll. It's like you just put so much time. Just be yourself and do the things that you enjoy doing because the end race is not to be this whatever. It's the process, it's the journey. It's all about the journey. So you might as well enjoy it because we're all going to end up in the same place. Okay? Dead in the ditch. Okay?
No, I get it.
Enjoy the process. And shout out to my dad because he's always checking me but are you having fun? Well, I know you're busy, but are you enjoying yourself? Because this is what it's about. Yeah. Now that he's older, he's like, he's doing what he wants to do now, and he's like, I look back at all my stockbroking days. He was like, this big you know, dressed in a suit every single day. Now he's a painter. He's one of the best Haitian painters in the world, and he's now doing what he should have probably been doing his whole entire life. He's like, I'm happy
I think
now.
that's a good point. Enjoy the journey and the process. You really do. We only get this life once.
Yeah.
And you just gotta do it right. Have fun with it, and shit, it's gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. It doesn't matter. Enjoy the process.
Yeah.
Very hard lesson to learn, 100%, but it has to be learned in order to be successful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just keep going too. It sounds so cliche as well, but
No,
just don't stop. Like, man, just don't stop at what you're doing, because it's gonna pop off. Something's gonna work. Something's gonna happen, and something's gonna stem from something else. And there's a reason why those everything kind of
You
connects.
see that meme with the guy digging and he stops
and he
right
stops,
there,
and he
and
heads back, and then the other guy was right there.
Yeah.
And it could be something that you didn't even know that you were trying for.
Right.
But it ended up being that. Did I think I was gonna be in a whole movie because of dance? Never in my life.
Right.
You know, never in my life could I have even thought about it. So
Good stuff.
yeah, just keep going.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
No,
guys.
it's good stuff. Good gems, guys.
Yes.
Hope
Drop
you
a
caught
gem.
it all.
Drop them in Okay.
All right, and that's a wrap. Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you.